Hi everyone, so it's been a while since I've played with purples, and I made a few jokes last summer or spring because I uploaded so many purple tutorials. You guys never got tired of it. I made fun of myself for that one, but I'm so glad you guys like purples because I do too. Today's look is a lot of neutrals and highlighting and purples thrown into the mix, kind of diffused into it to make it look kind of plummy, and then greens and golds to contrast on the lower lash line. And this will actually make a lot of eye colors pop. This will look gorgeous on blue eyes, make them so enhanced. It look good on brown eyes. I have hazel eyes, and then of course it look great on green eyes. Purple and green are split complements, so it'll really make green eyes pop. So I think this is a look for everybody, and then a lot of skin tones as well. Because the highlighting isn't too severe, but the cheeks are a nice lavender, and so is the lip. So I hope that you enjoy this look. I'm trying to do more quality uploads versus quantity uploads because I don't want too many, I guess, repetitive or overlapping videos, which I feel I have done in the past. So I'm kind of just trying to do something a little new and keep it fresh, still giving you guys plenty of things to watch, of course, and also a few more food videos over on my vlog channel. If you're vegan or you're looking for healthier options, that's great. Those are for you over there. And then of course a few little reviews more on my blog about various products that I've enjoyed or that you know, you should stay away from. I like a lot of products, but there, of course, I do plan on doing some ones that I really don't like at all. So I hope that you enjoy this look, and thank you so much for watching. So to get started on the look, I've already applied the 100% pure organic coffee bean eye cream. Just comes in this very clean disposable tube. I just squeeze a little bit out of the tube on my finger and then onto the eye. And then I'm going to take the All Natural Face Magic Vegan Eye Primer. It looks like this, just has a narrow doe foot. I just apply a little bit of that above and below. And then I just pat that down so that I have it all over my eyelid and up to the brow bone and a little bit underneath the eye to help conceal, and also for those shadows and pencils below to stick better. This palette's been on sale over at Urban Decay for a long time. This is the Book of Shadows 4 palette. I've just removed the drawer to make it easier to use for this particular tutorial. You don't have to remove the drawer. You can always just lay it open on your vanity, workstation, counter, whatever. So to get started on the look, I'm just going to be taking a little blender brush like this. This is the Bdellium Tools 785, and I'm going to go into Skimp, which is just that really pretty peachy color right there. I'm going to start by highlighting the brow bone and then pulling it down a little bit. I'm going to go in with Missionary and just lightly start to contour the crease a little bit, and it's just that really pretty light taupey brown color. And you can take any taupey brown, it doesn't have to be Missionary. So if you don't have this palette, you could always take Wet n Wild's Nutty, but that color is much darker than this particular shade. I'm just going to go in and contour the crease. I'm going to take a little bit of Zephyr, which is just a really pretty, like, sugary white with some sparkle in it. So I'm going to be taking that on the Bdellium Tool 722. I'm going to be basically recreating the highlight that I just did over here. So I'm going to start in the arch of the brow bone because that's where I want the bulk of the pigmentation. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of that and pack it in to the outer space of the eyebrow. That's generally how I do a very bright highlight. I usually put it on top of the I usually put on top of the slightly darker, more nude base. And then from there, I'm just going to take the point of the brush. I'm going to point it towards me, directly pointing at me, and then just almost kind of pencil it in to the arch of the brow bone, kind of creating a white line, except it'll be kind of diffused because I did it with a paddle brush and eyeshadow. If you want a more like stark line, you could always take like an eye kohl, but that could look kind of harsh, which in the long run, I don't really think that that would look as pretty throughout the day or in pictures. And then for the inner tear duct, I'm just going to apply this like so. For the very outer corner of the eye and a little into the crease, I'm going to be taking a little bit of Lost. I don't know if Lost is permanent. I'm going to assume it is just because they made so many other things permanent. But a good duplicate of this that's now permanent is Busted, or you have that in the Naked palette perhaps. So I'm going to take a little bit of Lost, and I'm just going to raise my eyebrow so I can get into the very, very, very deep socket. I'm just going to pounce that in. And kind of smudge it into the outer corner. And then just kind of blend it out a little bit. Now for the inner portion of the crease, I usually like to try to soften it up with a color, or at least the neutral version or shade. I'm going to be taking a little bit of Crystal, and I'm just going to kind of smooth out this color using that same blender. Probably try to dust some of the pigment out of this so it doesn't get muddy looking, and then just smooth on Crystal. And you just get this really fun kind of holographic glitter accent. I'm going to take a little bit of Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner, and I'm just going to smooth this on the upper lash line. And pull it out to a wing, just a little bit before that purple ends, so you're going to have a little purple underneath. And pull that liner in. And then for the eyelid, I'm going to be taking this really gorgeous champagne color, which is Sin. And I'm just going to pop on Sin with my brush. This is that lovely champagne color. And for the lash line, I'm going to take the exact same color. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of Sin. This is their 24/7 Glide On Shadow Pencil. I'm just going to use it as a waterline color because I can. It's the same exact thing, just a big version. I'm going to take Urban Decay's 24/7 liner, and this is Graffiti, just a really fun green. And we're just going to pop this onto the lower lash line right below Sin. I'm going to be taking a little bit of Bender, which is just a really cool sort of deep, intense, foresty, olivey green right below Blue Bus. I'm just going to point the paddle towards me. Once again, this is 772. And I'm just going to pack this onto the lower lash line. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Baked right here where the Zephyr meets Bender, and I'm just going to take Baked. So I'm just going to use that to sort of brighten up this little portion here and use it to blend it out. Bender serves an easier transition between Zephyr and Bender. Now this palette's only $29 last time I checked the website, so I am taking a lot of shadow shades. But these are fairly common shadow shades. So I'm taking a sparkly black Cobra. I'm going to pop this on the exact same blender I took earlier, which is the 785. I'm going to press that into the outer corner and just kind of blend that out a little bit. Just a little bit of that. I'm taking the exact same color on the lower lash line. Kind of just use it to blend out a little bit of Bender just so there's a little bit more depth to the look. You could do it with this version, which is just slightly lighter. I prefer the one with the more kind of cat-like definition. And then polish up the lashes with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush. This is just a very comfortable wear mascara. I have a review of this up on my blog spot. It's really cute, little earthy flowers on the packaging, the wooden handle, although I don't think it's real wood. It's just very easy to grip because it's not like, you're not gonna drop it, it's not too sleek. I like it. The mascara is nice, the wand's nice. So you can go ahead and check out my review of this on my blog if you're interested in hearing more about this mascara. And then rather than using false lashes, 'cause I actually really like the way the look is as it is, and I just took the Hourglass from Noir Lash Lacquer just to coat them. I'm going to be taking a little bit of Illamasqua's powder blush in Hussy, and this is just a really nice creamy, like milky grape, if you will. There it is. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of that to my cheek. Warning, these blushes are very light to touch. They feel very lightweight. They're not too creamy, but they're very pigmented. Just gonna blend on Hussy. As you can see, it's very pigmented. It looks like a very intense flush. This would be super gorgeous on dark skin. And for lips, I'm gonna be taking Urban Decay's Stardust Lipstick in Glitter Rock. It's just really sparkly purple color. Alright, and that completes the look. Obviously you guys know I'm not sponsored by Urban Decay. I just try to stick with minimal amount of products as much as I can for tutorials. Try not to be all over the place for you, and you all know that I happen to have certain cruelty-free brands that I like, and that's just it. So I hope that you enjoy this look, and thank you so much for watching.